Alright, level 1 member request here, so congratulations on that. And for this one, I'm just going to be using a standard tuning. I have a sneaking suspicion they might be in like a half step low, something like that, but I've arranged it for just a standard, and I think it works just fine. The certain sections will be two guitars kind of over the top of each other, so I'll show you, each one, what's happening there, and sometimes maybe you could just combine them. But for this intro section here, there's a lot of kind of major sevens, minor sevens, kind of jazzy stuff happening here. So the initial bit here, the first guitar for the intro and the verse, and this will happen like after the choruses, stuff like that. We hit part of this B major 7, so 2A, 4D, 3G, and there are these just kind of quick hits on these chords, and it just keeps them moving. And this next one, basically a B flat 5, so just do like the power chord, the 1A, 3 on the D and G. And ideally we would also want this A flat note, the 1 on the G, at the same time. But with this tuning, the standard, that's kind of like one of the hitches where you can't quite get that note as well. So I just kind of like to just do one, then the other real quick. So I would just do the 1, 3, and 3, and then just lift that 3 off to a 1 on the G for the second hit. So we went just to try to get both notes in there, but if it's too much of a hassle, you could just stay on the power chords, no big deal. And then just these small parts of chords. A lot of the chords will like share a bunch of notes throughout this, you'll kind of notice, and it's almost just like the bass note just shifts, and a few things here and there. But now basically you want to keep that same 3 on the G. That's kind of our definite note that rings across all these chords, but we want a F there, so 3 on the D, just a couple hits there, so 3D, 3G, and then just bump that 3D to 4, keep the same 3G, couple hits. So alright, and then it's just a matter of getting that down and just cranking it out. Sometimes, I'll even just kind of keep that same double hit on the B, once after we get through the first time. Just to kind of keep the rhythm easier for me. But over the top of that, we get a lead bit, and it's doing this bend at the 14B with the 11 on the high E. Okay, another giveaway here is that, the song is in the key of E flat, so definitely a giveaway on their tuning they're using, but just get that little bend, the 14B with the 11 on the E. Come off to 9s on the B and E for a couple. And then we walk it down, the 6s, just for 1, 4s, and then a couple hits on the 2s. Alright, and once we get into the verse, it's just a variation of the intro. Kind of the second half of the verse. This is where we'll get the first guitar doing kind of offbeat hits of the chord, and the other guitar will just be doing on beat the bass notes. So it's kind of like, if you want to combine it, it'd be like this, where you hit the bass note, same chords we had in the intro, then just walk it down, do the 1, then the 3s, and then just hit the 3D, and then 3 on the D and G, and then just 4D, and then with the 3G. Alright, so we want kind of that offbeat hit of the chord with the bass note on the beat, and then the verse end, it's just kind of a full strum of some chords here leading into the pre-chorus, so just the full B major 7 sus2. So now we just add the 2 on the B with that 2A, 4D, 3G, and it's just kind of a light shuffling here, like a couple hits, couple more. And then just zoom it up to D flat sus2, so 4A, 6, D, and G with the 4B, hit, a few more. something like that, just something like that, just real loose, leading into the pre-chorus. And it starts with those same two chords, the B major 7 sus2. With this, give a few hits, and then just right up to the D flat sus2 with the 4 6s and the 4 there. Hit it, strum out a few more. Back to the B major 7 sus2, few hits, and then walk it down here to the B flat minor 7, would just be the 1A 3D. Do it 1G. We'll have a 2B for that first hit, and then just lift that 2B off to 1 for a sus2, and then just strum out 4 of them, and then those 4 chords will just repeat like that. Alright, and over the top of that second guitar, it's doing some more octave at the A and G, where we start at 6 and 8 on the G, just that octave shape. We're just going to move it with the 6 and 8, couple hits, up to 9 and 11. Okay, up to 11, 13, down to 9 and 11, and then 8 and 10 for a couple. Walk it up just the same, the 8 and 6 to 9 and 11. Do the 11, 13 to the 9 and 11. And then way up here to the 13 and 15 for a couple, and then just alternate those. Alright, pre-chorus end, it does a bit of a walk down with everything. The chords happening here, E flat 7, which we'll be seeing again here now. It's the 6A, 8D, 6G, couple hits. Walk it down to our D flat sus2, the 4 6s with the 4, couple. To the B major 7 sus2, couple. There you go, not a minor 7, major 7. And then we just bump it right back up to the D flat sus2 at the 4 6s with the 4. Alright, and the second guitar is doing the octaves, the 6 and 8, 9 11, 11 13. 13, 15. Alright. And the chorus, just kind of a big strumming of chords here. Some chords we haven't quite dealt with yet, but nothing too crazy. Start here at the, our same old B major 7 sus2. Alright, the 2, 4 with the 3G and the 2 on the B. Okay, it's just a loose strumming on that as well, and hang out there for just a handful of strums, and then we'll zoom it up to the D flat sus2, which we've seen before, the 4 6s with the 4 on the B. Alright, and it's a loose shuffling there as well, nothing too crazy. And after that, we throw in that chord that we just saw, the E flat 7 at the 6, 8, 6, and then we just strum that out for a handful. And now we throw in a new chord, which is A flat sus4. So 4 E and then 6 on the A, D, and the G. Okay, so that first run. And then zoom it up to the, and then to the A flat sus4, the E flat 7 to the A flat sus4. Alright, go through the first 2 chords again. And now we do a bit of a walk down here. We start at the E flat 7, the 6, 8, 6, and we just take that shape chromatically. We go a couple hits to the 5, 7, 5 for a D7, 4, 6, and 4 for the D flat 7, and then just land on a F sharp. So just 2 E, 4 on the A and D, 3 G. So that G is just kind of. Right. go through the first run again, and then at the chorus end, we just kind of do the B flat or the B major 7 sus2, and then when we come up to the 4 6s and 4 the D flat sus2, just hit it once and let it ring. All right. The bridge. Now we get into this kind of like I don't know, bossa nova or samba vibe, jazzy thing, but pretty fun. We hit the bass note, the 4E, and then we'll hit a couple 4s on the D and G. A couple bass notes again, the 4s. Okay, it's like an A flat minor 7. Take that shape up here for the B flat minor flat 6. So like I said, a lot of funky jazz stuff happening. So 6E, and then we'll want the 6G and then the 7B. I make this shape just to kind of keep that moving like that. It's bass note, chord, bass note, chord, the 6 and B, or the 6G, 7B. Shift down to strings, we go to an E flat 9, so 6A, 6s on the G and B, and then just go back and forth between the bass note and the chords a few times. And then we do a little walk down, 6A, 6E, 5E, and it just cycles from there. And then after a few times of that, we just pick right through the full E flat 9, so 6A, 5D, 6G, 6B. Alright, and then the soloing will start in. The chords with that, do a flat minor 7 sus2, so 6D, 8G, 7B, 6E. Just kind of strum through that a couple times. Hit 6s on the GBE for part of a D flat 6, and then to 6s on the DGB for a couple more. Move over to a F sharp major 7 sus2, so 4D, 6 on the G and B with the 4E. Hit the bass note and then the chords a few times. Alright, and then we'll move to our B6 sus2, so just with this, just hit the 6D, 6G, 7B, couple there, a couple more. And now we come off to an A6, so I just do the open A, 7, D, 6G, 7B, few hits. Move over to our A flat minor 7, so 4E with the 4s on the D and G. Zoom it up to the B flat minor, flat 6, and then pull it off to like a minor 7, so just do the 6E with the 6D and G, 7B, and then just lift that 7 off to 6s for a couple. Alright, and as far as the solo, it's just kind of cruising through your basic E flat minor pentatonic. So some examples, just do like a bandit, like 13G off to 11, and then you can go D string, go 13, 11, 13, back to 11G, 13D. Playing around with these notes. Alright, you could do like 13D, 13G to 11. Do a little bend at 13 on the G, hit the 14B under it. Hit the 13 again on the G, bend the 14B, hit the 11 IE, 14 on the B. Something like that. And all these notes, you can just customize them, throw them in, bounce around them. Go low with it, where you do like the 11, 13A, 11, 13D, 13, bend on the G. Hit that 14B again, bend it. Okay, just playing around with that E flat minor pentatonic. And aside from that, kind of ends on the chorus vibe, and you should be all set.